Hi, my name's Ellie, and I met Edna through a Pawsitive Alliance adoption event. I've been waiting a really long time for the right person to come along, and Pawsitive Alliance made that happen.
Pawsitive Alliance's three-prong approach involves increasing adoptions, increasing the number of animals that are spayed and neutered, and providing educational resources to the public. We try to start programs that other people might be interested in modeling, like our pit bull spay-neuter programs.
Paws has worked with Pawsitive Alliance for about a year, and it's a really neat way to see what other shelters in our areas are doing, and they're so wonderful about getting the word out to people, more than just one agency would be able to do if they were just the only one showing up.
So far we've been very successful. Our numbers are growing in the number of events that we're able to organize, and the number of animals we're able to help spay and neuter, and the successful adoptions that we're managing to keep going.
When I learned that the Pawsitive Alliance's mission was to reduce the number of cats and dogs dying in shelters, as well as bring animal organizations together, I was really impressed. I felt really safe in their hands. For
our adoption events, we require that all animals are spayed and neutered before they're adopted, as well as in good general health, before they're adopted to a new family.
When you come to an adoption event for shelter, you know what you're getting with the cats for the most part. You know that they've already been checked out by a vet. You know that they're already spayed, neutered, and microchipped, and probably have their first round of shots. Then you know that a lot of care and effort has gone into that cat already. And you're supporting the shelters from which you adopt.
We reach a wider geographic area, rather than, for us, just Everett and Snohomish County. Now we're reaching the rest of Snohomish County and Mukilteo and down in King County, so it helps us get a lot more cats adopted.
Increasing the animals that are spayed and neutered is going to have a big impact on the problem. We're going to stop the problem at its source.
Spaying and neutering, a lot of people call it fixing your animal, but that's when we go in and we surgically alter them so that they're not able to reproduce.
If we weren't to spay and neuter animals, the whole purpose of an animal shelter would sort of be defeated. We'd adopt them out, but just more would come in. We just have to euthanize more.
Spaying and neutering animals so that they're not constantly reproducing is really our responsibility.
If every cat that didn't have a home were to have a home right now, every man, woman, and child in the United States would have to have 7 cats each.
And that's when you see really high euthanasia rates in shelters. Cats can live to be like 20 years old, and if we keep bringing new animals into the world, then all the other animals that are currently here are not going to have a place to live.
There is a cat crisis in the United States right now, and the only way it can be combated is through more spay and neuter education and more actual spay and neuter surgeries going on.
The third main piece of what we do is we try to help work with their pets. The goal is to keep the pets in their homes. There's a lot of basic behavioral issues that can be solved if people have a little guidance.
Training the pet owners is more important than training the animals. It gives them a long life skill to help keep their animals healthy, keep the animals out of trouble. It's probably our most important job as ambassadors for animal welfare.
Pawsitive approach is an excellent way of getting in tune with your dog and getting in tune with yourself. Find out a lot about yourself when you're working with the dog.
It's important to train your animal because it builds your relationship with your animal. I think it's really important that your animal has respect for what you expect. It's basically along the same lines of why it's important for children to go to school.
We came to the training event because we wanted to teach him basically how to listen to us better, so we have better control over him, so that if we're ever out in a situation where we need him to listen to us, he will.
No one group could do what we're doing with the pit bulls, but since we found a spay-neuter clinic to work with and a pit bull rescue, we've all come together to add our expertise to get that amazing program up and running.
There will be challenges, along the way with training your pets, and that euthanizing them or turning them over to the shelter is not the only option.
I just want to say thank you to the Pawsitive Alliance for helping Edna find me.